Jesse, Daniel Barry, what's up? How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, volume's working. What's up? It's been a while. See if anybody pops in. Please share it out. I shared the shit out of it already. We are live. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Watching while cooking dinner. What you cooking? What you cooking, huh? What you cooking? Sun's almost down over there. It's different. It's a evening garden stream for a change. I normally do this in the afternoon or in the morning. Got good news and bad news about the garden, so we'll go over that here in a second. We'll let everybody pop in. I got my laptop out here with me this time. Let's set this up. Pasta bake, nice. I had homemade pepperoni rolls from my brother's wife, my sister's bakery. Fresh baked bread from there too. Made a BLT earlier with that. Not lettuce from the garden, but the tomatoes were from my garden. So there's that. I know in the morning I normally don't get a lot of people. I figured I'd get more people now, and I didn't realize Raw was on until I got home, and I thought, oh, Raw is on. And it just ended, so if you're waiting for Raw to come on tonight, it's not coming on tonight. It was already on. I don't realize how dim my screen is on my laptop till I bring it out here. The garden, good things, bad things. We'll show you the lantern flies here in a little bit. That'll be pretty fun. I pulled a bunch of plants. I moved some of the whiskey barrels to over here. I'll show you that. Also, what else did I do? It's so close to the sun being down. There's like one more cloud over there and we'll be good. That's nice to have a little sunlight though. Of course, the sun's like real bright now that I said that. There's a dark cloud there. Wish that would go over there. Now it's real sunny. Now I need to move over here. A couple plants are dead from the lantern flies. That's not good news. Let's see if it's better over here. No, the sun's coming from that way, which ain't as bad. I'm crooked now, though. Oh, slope. 9 people, what's up? Pop in the chat, say what's up. We are waiting for the sun to go down. And an evening garden stream for a change, not morning. Normally we do this in the morning time. Now that I go over here, it's probably better that the light was hitting that way. I'm so weird. 12 in the building, get those thumbs up, share it out. Let me know if you're there in the chat. If you're new, pop in, I'll give you a shout out. I think we were better off over here with the light. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I can't see you guys. Let's go sit up here. We got the basement ready for a fantasy draft this weekend. Oh, there's Blaise. Hi, Blaise. Hi, kitty. It was an empty meow, Blaise. What's up, buddy? You guys see Blaise? What's up, J-Dog? That's a lot better. Sorry about the caps. It's all good. Let's do this. What you doing, Blaise? So we'll go over everything in the garden here in a minute, just letting people pile in, stop in. The raised beds have definitely been a good thing. the lanternflies have been a bad thing. I'll show you the lanternflies here in a little bit and the damage that they've done to the grapevine and one of the berry plants. Chippy's doing good. Check this out. So, as I have a bunch of tomatoes on my windowsill and they're ripening, some of them will start to get mushy. So I put one over here for Chippy. You can see he's having a lunch. You can see remnants of some of the other ones that he ate. What's up, cowboy? But that's Chippy's hole right there. He lives up in there. And I just put a tomato there for him and he enjoys it. That way he doesn't attack the ones in my garden. What's up? We got people popping in now. We're gonna go over the garden, a little backyard garden. For those that are new, I've never claimed to be an expert in gardening. That's why it's a seasoned rookie, the rookie seasoned. I'm always learning. Oh, another kitty cat in here crying. Let's check out the cats. Who's in here making noise? Parker? Is that you, Parker? There's Blaise and Parker. Yeah, we got the previous drafts up on the board. We got the room ready for the draft, card table, everything. Some of my collages that I made. We got the board will go up over here. Nice Sergeant Pepper's poster. The Police, when I saw them in Pittsburgh. Wait a minute. 2008. Holy crap, that's a long time ago. My NWO sign that I put out when I was at a Nitro in Cleveland. My bongos and congas. All my cards that I'm going to be selling this next week, couple weeks on the 14th of September. But yeah, boy, getting ready for the fantasy football draft. This little chill area. I have been keeping all the previous drafts. So if you sit down and look up, you can see all the previous draft boards. Previous draft boards, previous draft boards. What's up, prime time? We got draft boards. This is closing in on 30 years we've been doing this. I only got 17 of the boards though, but there's 2008. Here's some up here, 2007. But yeah, fantasy football draft coming soon. It's all ready for the boys. On Saturday, Sunday to come over. The last two drafts are up here. Crazy. And here's a kitty. What are you doing, Parker? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Shush, wow. We've been live for 8 minutes, so let's go check out what's going down. If you've never been here before, we have an herb garden. We have an herb garden over here. Bird bath attracts in. What up, Temple? I forgot that Raw was over in your homeland today. So I got home from physical therapy and saw a bunch of people live. I was like, why are all these people live? And I realized Raw was early today. So it actually worked out good because Raw is done. Jesse's in the house. And then we have 2 raised beds where we did tomatoes, peppers. The zucchini I planted late didn't work. We got some other things down there we'll take a look at. Over here, we have the grapevine, which is getting beat up pretty bad from these lantern flies. It normally starts dying like this in the end of September and October, but it's already starting to die because I'll show you the lantern flies in a second. I bet you if I shake this damn thing, one will probably fall out. Of course I shake it and it won't this time. Well, I'll show you why some of them. Oh, there's one. Ooh, look, it's going right up in the trap too. So here's my trap, and there's a lanternfly. If you've never seen one, that's what they look like. Spotted lanternflies. They attack trees, and if you look at my trap, there's a bunch of dead ones in there. There's one right there that's alive, but these things, I mean, I don't like harming bugs and shit and killing them. Normally, I don't kill spiders. But look, he's making his way up the trap. There he goes. It's your last trip up a tree, brother. You are done for once you get up top. But I got some spiders that, it doesn't pick the bugs to stop in there. What's up, John Breakdown? Syrup. So see him climbing up? Now watch, once he goes through that ring, he can't get out. There he goes. You'll see it in action. Climb through the ring. And he's thinking about it. He's like, wait a minute. Can I get out of here if I get up in there? And he's going to go for it. And once he gets up in there, he is done. Get your ass up in there. So yeah, they're kind of like, I got to empty it soon, but no, once they go past that little ring there, they're done. And then over here is another one. See him? I got Daddy Longlegs. See that Daddy Longlegs in there? He'll kill him. He'll have food for sure. But these traps, they were about $8 a piece, but I mean, if they didn't harm vegetation, I wouldn't care. They're just bugs. But they destroy grapevines. Yeah, well, you want to see a moth? So I found this thing sitting on my porch when I got home from physical therapy. And of course, I used a little Google lens to take a picture of it. Because we got cicadas here too. But look at this sucker. Look at that crazy thing. Ew. That's a big moth. I forget what kind it was. There's Monster. Look at the bug. It was on my porch. Now, if the lanternflies get on my porch, I get pissed. I don't want them up here. Basil plants are dying. They're not going to make it much longer. That one's doing okay. I water them, but not doing too great. My grill. So yeah, it's, with all these woods back here, I can't really stop the lanternflies. Silence of the Lamb, that's what it looks like. But like, you can tell, I'm not inhumane. I'm over here feeding a chipmunk. There's a tomato for Chippy. He's been eating it, see? Let me get some basketball hooping in. I like it in the afternoon. It's like cooler out. Those 11 o'clock in the middle of the summer streams were hot. So the lanternflies over here have been dogging this plant already. You can see just drooping and, normally it stays up pretty good into October. But, no, them lanternflies are having a feast. I don't really know what they do to the plants, but I know they go after fruit plants like, man, look at that dark cloud. They go after grapevines specifically. Can you imagine someone who has a vineyard and has to make grapes and wine and stuff, and these things keep dying, keep killing their shit? There's another one right there climbing out. See it? They are fast. You cannot kill them. Well, you can. I've stomped on a couple of them. There's one in there still alive. But the traps are, like, I've seen pictures where they're like covering the base of a tree. Luckily, I don't have that problem. What is up? They put the lotion in somebody's basket. So over here, where the groundhogs live, I've been feeding them. I put mushrooms over there that I found in the yard. They didn't eat those. That's some rhubarb plants. They didn't eat those. But when I put a tomato in there, it's gone within like an hour. Nice and sunny. Look, there's my reflection. But the one thing I did change in the garden, you'll notice, there used to be 3 barrels here. I took the whiskey barrels out. Hey, Logan. I took the whiskey barrels out and put the bench right there, which is really sweet. Shout out to Butterfly. My grandma, you guys got to see my grandma on the podcast the other day. And my grandpa. Now, this is the asparagus. See how I get these weird little trees? But look, we have an asparagus. So the trees are supposed to seed. You get the trees for the first couple years. And look, there's an asparagus. You see that little asparagus spear there? I'm hoping that stays and we don't just keep getting these damn trees. Because eventually they're supposed to start down and you get a bunch of actual, asparagus that'll make your farts stink real bad. But they're good. Saute them in some butter and garlic. Hell yeah. Now this was a berry plant that I cut down. This was one of the berry plants that was there. Blackberry, and it came up and it was kind of crappy. So I cut it real low. And then look, it's growing back. This is like a week. And this is a berry bush. So I might let that keep growing. But I do have asparagus there. Now, when you plant asparagus, this is way too small of an area. You're supposed to have like a couple feet wide, couple feet long area around it for the seed to fall and then to grow. But I don't know. I mean, that should be bigger asparagus before I pull it. Asparagus it makes your pee smell real bad. And we used to have a cabbage there. I picked the 2 cabbages and they were like Brussels sprouts. Over here, the marigolds and the basil, I kind of trimmed down really low to make room. I had a good bit of peppers, nothing really big, but I got a couple more green ones coming and a couple banana. My neighbor's peppers are a lot bigger, so I probably just grab them from there. Still got some tomatoes coming in. You can see death though. I mean, I'm trying to water it. I try to water it as much as I can when it doesn't rain, but you also see this shit. That's not good. So tomatoes are dying down. We're down to 5 plants. We had 4 yellow tomato plants. We had 2 red tomato plants. I mean, the basil and the marigolds are nice companions. They help them grow and pollinators. But I might get a couple more tomatoes out of here. I mean, I can't eat a ton of tomatoes. But having this here is really nice. Like now that I have a bench that I can just chill in the garden is pretty cool. And I'm celebrating the McRib. I gotta wait till the end of November to get one. They better bring it back. It's a weird season, but you know what? Because we've had the raised beds, I've had more success. So this is the first year I had 2 handfuls of blackberries from the bush over there. I'll show you in a minute. One's dead. And there's the sun. Here comes the sun. Don't let the sun go down on me. Go down on me. I saw a video, scrolling through videos. What's up, Patty? That, you know how people say don't stare directly in the sun? Now they're saying stare in the sun. It releases all kinds of stuff in your brain, dopamine, and what's that thing that makes you sleep? So it's supposed to so they say, I'm not saying stare into the sun for 10 minutes, but they say you look into the sun for, I mean, we're humans, we're sun people, we're people of the sun. So like sun gives you vitamin D and all kinds, there's so many benefits. I mean, I looked into it after I saw the video and did a couple searches. And sure enough, it's like, yeah, you can get benefit. But staring in the sun can be healthy for you. How about that? It's weird. There's a lot of things that I had this conversation with my mom today that, God or whatever higher being, whoever created the earth, whoever you think created the earth, put everything we need here on the earth. Plants, vegetables, fruits, herbs, even weeds. Look up mullein. It's a very healing plant, topical, anti-fungal, stuff like that, antimicrobial. Then you have dandelions. They're very beneficial too. I looked at sun briefly when I was 5 and ended up with, yeah, if you look up the sun, there's things that it does release. Serotonin, that's what it does. It releases serotonin in your brain, dopamine, if you briefly stare at the sun. So it's like looking up, like maybe not directly at it. Google it, look it up. Use a search engine and look it up. It's pretty interesting stuff. It is interesting. I was like, oh, the sun. I mean, think about it. When you go outside in the summer and it's like really sunny, it does give you a little bit of energy. It does make you feel better, I'm turning into a very holistic, I mean, I've always been sort of hippie-ish. I was a pothead for half my life. But the medical stuff they put out there is all, you don't want to vape. Don't vape anything. It's really bad for you. You know, smoking metals and all the crap that they put in there. It's not good for you. Um, but like plants, herbs, fruits, vegetables, all that stuff. God put everything on the earth that you need to live, and that's why I'm like, you go to the doctor and they're like, oh, that's what's wrong with you. Here's a pill. That's what's wrong with you. Here's a pill. Oh, that's what's bothering you. Here's a pill. Even worse nowadays. Oh, I'm depressed. Here's a pill. Oh, I got anxiety. Here's a pill. So it's like, what's up, Eternal? What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? So, I mean, my doctor is fantastic, but I'm ready to have like a holistic doctor and go see them because, like, there's so many things. Like with my high blood pressure, beet juice can help that. You know, I tried it; it didn't really work for me, but now they got me on this blood pressure medicine. The first one gave me all kind of side effects, so I'm trying a different one now, a very low dose because I've been diagnosed as a low doser a long time. I can't take a lot of anything, but like I give all the seed bearing plants and herbs to you. I mean, that's to regrow, to be self sustainable. I mean, this is just a small piece of it. This is just a small piece of it, just to grow like plants and vegetables and eat the food out of your garden. Like I said, when you make a BLT and you use the tomatoes from your garden, it's pretty good. Speaking of beets, there he is. Look at that. Yeah, you've been off meds free. And that's the thing, Sean. I told my mom too. I was like, I mean, when I was sick right before COVID and I got better, stop taking everything. Stop taking vitamins, um, anxiety med, anything. You know, pain medicine. They had me on muscle relaxers. Like, I stopped taking everything. I was like, and I know they even say if you fast for a couple of days, it kind of shocks your body. It's good for you to like not eat for a day. And then, you know, obviously you want to stay hydrated and stuff like that, get nutrition somehow. But like, it's pretty crazy, man. That beetroot juice, yep. We're talking about my high blood pressure. I'm on my second medicine, and I think I'm getting side effects. I see my doctor in a couple of weeks. I'll let her know. Then I see my GI doctor in a couple of weeks too, because more nausea and fatigue. And I'm working out more than I have in decades because of this pain in my leg and my spine. And well, actually, my physical therapist had good news today because I thought it was a herniated disc. And he's like, you're too old for a herniated disc. I was like, what do you mean too old for a herniated disc? I'm 52, I could do that. But I'm not active. So it's more likely it's degenerative. It's just fallen to pieces. It's because I've been diagnosed with degenerative disc disease for forever. So now I'm older. I think one of the discs is just degenerated all the way. Degeneration X. Suck it, is what I tell the doctor. But like, they just want to give you pills. And sometimes that's not always the best. Now, that's not to say that medicine's not good for some people. But some people, it's too much. Like, as a low doser, me, I found out when I had my shoulder surgery in 2001. Regular anesthesia kept me under for 6 hours. And yeah, exercise like on a bike. I have a stationary bike I ride sometimes. Scrolling through videos, I saw over 50 years old try these low impact, non weight bearing Tai Chi. So it's all swinging your arms and different stances. And the weirdest one was just tapping your skin. It's really weird. This guy's like, you tap your skin, it activates certain things, and your neurons are firing or whatever. And he's like skin tapping, and you tap your arms. And then there's a bunch of other things. I've done some yoga. I can only do so much yoga. Um, with a couple yoga poses I've been doing. So I've been working out better, so I shouldn't be fatigued. The nausea, I got stomach disease. I'm gonna have always be nauseated. What's up, Matt? Oh, there's a bird over in the bird bath. Check it out. Nature in its natural habitat. Tappy dude. Yeah, real strong. And he does his Tai Chi stuff, which I've seen Tai Chi and people that are 70, 80, 90 years old doing Tai Chi. And it's very low impact. Sean, you should look into it, man. It's really good stuff for circulation, for joint pain and stuff like that. And it's so easy. It's as easy as like bending over, swinging your arms. There's a golf swing, stuff like that. It's very low impact. It's pretty damn cool. So Tai Chi every morning a little bit, a couple yoga stretches, and then I have 8 different stretches I do for my spine right now. What's up, bird? See you later. But we're in the garden. I have a bench in here now. We're gonna go look at the herb garden in a minute. It's weird. I watch some of these videos and like I saw Joe Rogan do a video and he's like, for regular health problems, I will not go to a doctor. He's like, if I need surgery or if I'm in tons of pain or really need to go, I'll go. He's like, but he he's like regular doctors are just trained to figure out, what pills to give you. And they really don't know about regular medicine as much as they should. My doctor's been you're reading a book. That's real nice, Joey. That's more important than hanging out with your bestie is reading a book. Good to see you, Joey. We're philosophizing about holistic medicine and big pharma trying to poison us. Don't even get me started with all the foods that are poisoning us. All the Alzheimer's and dementia, autism. We have a lot more of those types of diseases now than we did 30, 40 years ago, I believe. And I think it's the food and stuff we're putting in our body. I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but just kind of living it and seeing how unhealthy what we eat is. What's up, Jade? Didn't you see, here's the real thing, like UK and other places, there's this guy that does a video where he goes, I go to Bangladesh, I go to Australia, I go to here, I can eat the bread. I cannot eat the bread in America or Canada. Like, what are you guys doing to your bread? Then I saw a video with the bread, like they put all this stuff to make it whiter. They put all these preservatives to make it last longer. They put all this crap into it. And it's like, that stuff they're putting on fruit now, appeal. It's like this toxic little thing that's supposed to make them fruit last longer so they can make more money and sell more. It doesn't get rotten, but at the same time, yes, I just said that earlier, Joey. Whether you believe in God or whoever created the earth, everything we need to live is here on this planet. Plants, herbs, fruits, vegetables. I mean, look up the weed mullein. Like, it's got tons of healing benefits. Like, isn't that insane? I read a book once too. I just looked at the pictures. It was called it was a phone book I read once. But so that's part of the reason I like to grow stuff out here. Digging in the dirt and the landscaping part is big for me. Like if you look around, the landscaping and rocks and the, stuff like that and these pavers. And now that we have this is pretty cool to have a bench to chill here. And to answer your question, Monstar, I'm probably not going to do any more raised beds. And here's why. I can do tomatoes in this one and peppers in that one. Or I can do peppers in this one and tomatoes in that one. But now a lot of these I trimmed down, the basil plants and the marigolds. But these marigolds, you go back a couple streams, these were dead everywhere. The Irish Supreme Court ruled that their Subway restaurants can't get tax credit for their bread because there's no sugar. Yeah. There's actual foods now that, like Doritos aren't good for you, Gatorade, and those are 2 things I eat a lot of. That in Texas, they're banning a bunch of things. A bunch of food in Texas they're banning unless they put could be harmful or not considered food or something like that. Spaghetti and meatballs. So it's like weird what they put in. And it's like cereal. You look at what they put in cereal here and then go over to the UK or something, it's different. I mean, they're getting rid of a lot of the dyes and stuff like that. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Rebecca. I'm hanging in there. Congratulations to Brett.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy for that.
Was that like in the making or?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. Yeah, they've been together
That was my. I was gonna ask him how long they've been together.
Yeah.
I'll be the one that goes, "Are you sure though?
What's
You
that?
better be sure. She better be good to you." I mean, I've been divorced twice, so I'm skeptical.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
But I'm happy for them. They look very happy.
They, you know what? I sent a picture of better girl for Brett Shepherd. He's
That's
awesome.
awesome. I'm
He
happy
fits
for
right
them.
into the family.
Do they like know when they're getting married, or are they just going to worry about that later? Some.
No, they're not sure yet. I don't know if they're gonna be next year or the year after. I'm not sure. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, he had this 12-day trip planned. They went to all these different national parks, and he proposed to her in the Smoky Mountains. So
They look nice, the pictures and everything. I'm
yeah,
happy for him. He deserves it.
thank you very much. Yes, he does.
Good boy. Good girl,
Actually,
Bailey.
he just texted me. They just got in. She lives in Portage, which is like near Altoona,
Oh,
Georgia.
yeah.
And
There you go. Bailey bomb.
yeah, and so they finally got home at her house now, and then he's coming in early tomorrow morning because he has to work.
Cool.
But yeah, he said he called me today and we talked. They were on their way home. He goes, they're tired. He's tired of driving. He said, Mom, I put 70 miles on, but they ended up going to a wedding, as that was the end of their trip in North Myrtle Beach. So
Cool.
yeah, they had a good time.
Yeah. I congratulate him on Facebook, but I'll be sure next time I see him.
Oh, absolutely.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome. I wish the best for him, of course.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's my neighbor. Yeah, right. So there's two, and I don't want to do another one. I really don't. I don't need to have another. That's my neighbor. And that dog, Bailey, is amazing. That's my baby. It's my buddy. So here's basically what these things are doing. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, they're like killing this from the inside. I don't really know what the lanternflies do, but they're killing, basically they're killing everything is what they do. Like this is what the grapevine looks like in October. It's already dying. Yeah, she lets me swim in the pool. There's one. So there you go, lanternfly. If you're wondering what they look like. See it? Pretty gross. So I ended up getting this trap. Watch, let's get it to fall down. There we go. There it is. Little bastard. But the traps have been doing good. We got a bunch of them caught in here. Some caught in here. There's one right there. Pool party. Is the wind really loud? It's windy, but we might get some rain. Oh, that pool, dude, last year, about this time, I was out here and I heard a noise, right? I heard a noise in her yard. And I went over to their yard and their pool collapsed. Their whole pool had collapsed and all the water was out of it. And I was like, what the hell? So I immediately texted them. Her son's like 23, 24 or something. That's what I was talking about, just got engaged. And their whole pool just collapsed. They had a new liner put in it, and I don't know if they didn't put it in right or something, but all the water poured out. I felt really bad. And so her son built a new one this year. So I actually did run over there once and jumped into her pool during a live stream. Actually, that was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago, whenever I had the LTD fed in Facebook. And it was the last stream. I went and jumped in the pool for the end of the stream. But yeah, they built a new pool, and she's always like, hey, you want to jump in the pool? Jump in the pool. So after I like cut the grass or work in the garden a long time, I'll just go over and jump in real quick, swim around. That's like some of the best exercise you can get because you're working all your muscles and you're isolated underwater. So that's like super, especially now when I'm dealing with this spine pain. Karaoke from the pool. We can eat rotisserie chickens in the pool, and I'll judge the competition. You have to eat your rotisserie chicken underwater. Dun dun dun. So yeah, they let me swim in their pool. So like these last couple weeks, I'm in physical therapy twice a week, 5 times a week. I got to do these exercises because the disc in my back is bad and my leg is in pain all the time. And I used to take one type of pain pill, and that hurts your kidneys. Now I take acetaminophen, Tylenol, and that can hurt your liver. So it's like free exercise because you're just playing and exercising a second day. Yeah. So like seriously though, if I jump into that water and swim around for a little bit, plus the jet where the water comes out, just let it hit my spine and right in the muscle that hurts, it's therapy. I actually have a membership to the YMCA, which is right down the street. This winter, I really need to be starting about going down there and exercising down there for a while. Like it's all everything I've talked about. It's about wanting to live longer. It's about finding a way to be healthy. Whether it's, I mean, you really got to be careful what you put in your body anymore. I hate to preach, but it's like a lot of the a lot of the stuff we eat is poison, but it's real slow poison. You're slowly poisoning your body. Like obviously, too much sugar, too much salt is one thing, but like all these preservatives and stuff they put. Like my sister owns a bakery, and they cook a lot of stuff from scratch. So like fresh bread, and I've been buying my bread from there every day. Reverend Blaise. I mean, I got a platform to talk to people, and there's 11 people here. There'll be 100 overall, 100 views probably more. Who knows? And I mean, if I have this platform to send out a voice, why not send some positivity or try to get people to be healthier? I'm not. Listen, I'm not perfect or the beacon of health. I've had so many health problems, but when you get to your age, when you're 40 and 50 and stuff, you could do a lot of stuff. Tom Brady, yeah, Coca-Cola. There's a lot, dude. I just said there's in Texas they're banning a bunch of food because it's unsafe for consumption. They have to put on Mountain Dew. That's what it is. Do not drink Mountain Dew. If you drink Mountain Dew, I don't care if you love it, if it doesn't harm you, that shit is toxic. Go do some research on Mountain Dew. They didn't ban it, but in Texas now it has to say unfit for consumption. Unfit for human consumption on Mountain Dew. Why would you put that in your body? Like, I drink Gatorade, and I thought Gatorade's healthy because it hydrates you. Sports people drink it all the time. I'm drinking a lot of it's probably not good. So I might do the zero sugar Gatorade now or a different type of flavored hydrating water. I drink hydrogen water already. I have a hydrogen bottle that helps. No gifts. You can send me a gift if you want. Yeah, I mean, water's good, but that too, what they put in our water. I mean, I am a Sprite over cola any day type of guy, but at the same time, look at the stuff they put in it. Mainly the rule should be if over half the ingredients you can't pronounce, why are you putting that in your body? Or, I've never been the one to be like, oh, what's in that? What's in that? But since the high blood pressure and the stomach disease problems, I have to look at the labels. Yeah, check for added sugars, check how many grams of salt are in there, sodium and stuff. And like, that's one reason why I have the herb garden. Because I found salt. I didn't want to salt things anymore. I didn't want to put salt on everything. Like before, you mix up something, you salt it. Then you cook it, you salt it. Then when you're done cooking it, you salt it again. And it's already tons of salt in it. So I started to make my allspice. Let's go to the garden. So I started growing herbs to like basil, oregano, parsley, thyme, and then put all those into one allspice and use that for flavor. So like this lemon thyme here, next year this lemon thyme I'll probably put in one of these barrels because it's a little wider and deeper. I'm gonna harvest this soon, but I haven't had any harvests of thyme yet this year. I haven't had time to harvest my thyme. Basil I harvest 5 or 6 times. The oregano I harvested 5 or 6 times. obviously there's marigolds here for pollinators and stuff. Here's the 2 barrels that were over there. So yeah, I might start getting the 0 sugar Gatorade. So there were 2 whiskey barrels there and that one. And I took them out. Now I started to realize that this was right here was giving Chippy an easy way into this garden. So I basically said, here, come eat. And he was hiding over here one time. I sent out the video to the places over here. He was getting in, and I added an extra piece right here and zip tied it in and put all these rocks here because he was getting in right here. And Chippy's real small. He's small. And then, like I said earlier, there's a little hole over here where Chippy goes. But I had so many tomatoes, and the tomatoes, as soon as they get a little squishy, I'll bring a tomato over here. And there's, see, Chippy's having a feast. His little hole is right there. He lives down in there. So I figured I'd feed him. So he won't mess. I saw him the other day. He's a chubby little bastard. Jamaican choice, no sugar added coconut water. Coconut water is great for you. But the thing is to not buy the regular stuff and buy organic and stuff like that. It's kind of expensive. So that's why people don't do it. Can't afford it. Now, I've been buying my produce at the farmer's market all summer. That's the produce I can't grow here. So I buy fruits there. They're not coated in that shit. It's fresh off of a tree. Bananas, I'm buying, any type of fruit I can buy. Stop drinking 0 sugar soda because they have they just put different type. So I don't drink soda. Safeway brand lime seltzer. Cool. Chippy the chubby chipmunk. That's what he is. So next year, I have 2 garden beds. I'll probably move tomatoes to here, but I'll only do 2 tomato plants. I'll do 2 tomato plants here to let them grow bigger. See, those are too close together. I know that, but I got tons of tomatoes this year, and I'm only feeding 1 person, so it's not as bad. The pepper plants, they grew, but then they stopped. Then they kind of didn't grow. This is a zucchini. I planted it late. I had another zucchini there and 2 green beans. I planted it late because I decided to get this second bed because that bed was working so good. Bubbly. You can say their name here, Joey. We don't play that stuff. On your channel, I understand. Here, you can say name brands. Doesn't matter. Actually, I had Tropical Sprite, which is fucking good. Tastes like you're eating candy. Skittles. That's another one. Do not eat Skittles. Skittles are toxic. That's another one in Texas they have to put not for human consumption. Again, I'm not a paid sponsor yet. Saying their name doesn't do anything. I understand what you're doing. But my little sage bush is still kicking. That's about 6 years old. I trimmed it up this year, but that keeps the demons out. It didn't keep Chippy out. Chippy was blasting through here. Here's my peppermint. The peppermint grew really good early. This was probably the best. I have it in, so I have peppermint and mojito mint. Oh, it smells great over here. It smells like one of these candies. You know the grandma candies like this? The peppermints? It smells like that over here. Now, I don't drink mojitos, but what I did when this was overflowing last time, and I'll probably harvest a little more, is I cut them all off, dried them out, and I have it in my kitchen. It makes it smell a little better. I mean, you could put it in your tea and stuff like that. I saw a video the other day for corn silk tea. You got thrown at the bowling alley. Ew. There's your rhubarb, Monstar. I'm trying to still grow. I mean, it's out in the open now where things can eat it, but it never fully grows. I don't know if maybe it's not deep enough or what, but I got big leaves and it never turned like red like rhubarb. Yeah, Skittles are bad. Look up banned foods in Texas. They didn't ban a lot of them. They said they're going to ban them unless they put not for human consumption on, like, why would you even think of eating anything that they're even considering having to put not for human consumption on it? I mean, are we stupid? Yes, we are. We are very stupid. But the herb garden's my favorite, man. This is my place to chill. It's so relaxing. Just the setup too, the rocks and I had mulch here before, but mulch is a pain to. What's up in the garden? What's up, Dubs? So now I have more room for herbs over here next year. So I'll probably do marigold in each, like I have now. Now, if you're now, I don't go this far, but here's a dried out marigold, right? If you get inside here, guess what we have? These are all marigold seeds. These will grow new marigolds. Now, you gotta dry them out, put them under there and stuff. Like, hey, maybe I'll just plant them. Here, let's plant a bunch of them and see. Like, I've been doing that basically, is when they get brown or dark, you pinch them off and all. You gotta pinch one off every once in a while. Oregano is the best. I bought oregano. I tried to make oregano oil. I don't know if it worked or not. What's up, Charles Adderley? But oregano, if you want to look up something, look up benefits of oregano. My goodness, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. Like, that shit's a miracle drug right there. Oregano. Oregano, if you want to say. Basil has some benefits too. But basil is my main ingredient for the allspice. What's it like in the Bahamas there, Charles? These are a win. These, what are they called? Thunbergia. Kind of like a black-eyed Susan. See how pretty they are? Steeler colors. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Like, I want that to cover completely, but that's doing pretty damn good for this. The first year. I had chlamydia. It sounds like a bad disease. Chlamydia. I had chlamydia. I had clematis. Chlamydia is the disease. I've never had that. But I had clematis and it wouldn't grow. I just want something to cover that trellis and something to cover. Like, look how good that's covering after 1 year. That's almost full cover in 1 year. My hydrangeas aren't doing that great. I've seen people that have hydrangeas that are humongous. Maybe next year it'll do a little better. I'm just lucky to get a couple blooms. There's 4 or 3 over here. They were really blue when they first bloomed. But thyme, basil, oregano, boom. There's an allspice. That'll keep you healthy. That'll help you. That'll keep you from eating sugar, salt, all that crap. I don't know, I'm losing faith in, if in the stuff that they tell us to put in our body, and cereal. Cereal, eat cereal for breakfast. It's good for you. Now it's like, refer to as incoming punch. I got a black-eyed Susan right here. Yeah. Well, black-eyed Susans are like regular flowers. These resemble them, but in a smaller, like, vine. I bought my little tree house because this bush died and had a big hole. I was like, let's put a tree house in there. It'll look nice. No birds are in there, but they definitely use this a lot. And guess what? That mockingbird is finally gone. If you guys were in the stream a couple streams ago, garden stream, it's been a while since I've done a garden stream. But that mockingbird that we had, that bird that would sit here and caw, 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 it would sit here and, remember? I don't know if any of you guys were here for that. I got my laptop here for a second. Holy shit, we got 176 views already. These vertical streams get a lot of views. I know a lot of them are scroll, someone looks at you for a second, that's a view. But for 176 views already, that's pretty crazy. We haven't even been live an hour. But here's the other thing too, vertical lives sometimes get audience you don't really want. Like, this is not for kids, but I don't care. Hit the like. That's the other thing too. This will be a stream with a shit ton of views and a couple likes, but yeah, the views are crazy, man. When you do vertical lives, I mean, if you've ever scrolled through the vertical lives, that's why I do the garden stream this way. The garden stream doesn't need StreamYards and all the extra shit. But thanks for giving me the credit, Joey. I think it's just the system. Yeah, I used to do these at 11. Next year, I'm probably going to do a lot more of these in the evening. Because when I do them at 11 a.m., 11 to 12, the sun's directly over and my phone keeps overheating. So, and the quality of the picture aren't as good when it's trying so hard. Quality's been great. My new Wi-Fi's been phenomenal. I got fiber optics. Fiber optics has been fantastic. I haven't had any problems. Except right now, I got an email that says, internet down, get back up. Come on, Verizon, don't be sending me that garbage. So yeah, it's a little cooler. It's about 75 degrees out. Let's see what it is. Technically, it is, yeah, something about that. Weather.com. Oh, let me tell you what I did all day today. Triple Beat, Monstar, you guys will like this. Everybody's overall submissions, power submissions, and technical submissions are now cut in half. I kind of felt bad that I did pin-only matches for the last show and people were tapping out and it didn't count. So we'll try it out tomorrow. I got 6 singles matches, and it only lowered them from hundreds to 99s or 99 to 98. So if you were 90 and 80 in those, you're now 45 and 40. So I cut everybody in half, the submissions. So hopefully that helps. I'm just trying to give you guys the best product of the game, and we got to twist and turn a little more this year than we used to. So it's 68 degrees right now. If Mitch was here, he'd say, why couldn't it be 69? Kentucky. 60s or 70s. This is a good time of the year right now, man. Football's getting ready to start. Basketball's going to start soon. Baseball's hitting the playoffs. A lot of wrestling hasn't been able to catch my attention. NXT doesn't impress me. WWE's kind of souring on me a little bit. But sports are really picking up. Oh, little tidbit. I've decided to not do Red Zone this year. I know a lot of people will be sad about that. And I might still do some football, but 1 o'clock p.m. is tough. Odds, I just made the announcement. I did go through and lower everybody's submissions to 50 playoffs. See, I don't have my StreamYards up. I'd play that clip. So everybody's submissions are now at 50% overall. We'll see if that helps. I got 6 singles matches today. If 4 or more are submissions, I'm going to have to restart the universe. And if I restart the universe mode, that means I have 50 tag teams I got to set up again. But because we were getting, a couple weeks ago, I was getting, out of every 10 singles matches, like 7 of them or 8 were submissions. That was way too much. Yeah. Playoffs! I can do voices. Hey, Ben, what's up, Grand Prix Wrestling? So we've been philosophizing. Create a second universe and copy it over before you do the matches. See, I think what I'm concerned about is that whenever they put out so many patches, the patches aren't based on the last patch. The patches are based on the entire game. So it's like resetting the universe and starting all over normally corrects a lot of problems. Right now, I'm not having tons of problems, but I was having submission after submission. I was doing a no exit one-on-one match because I don't want them outside the ring a lot, and I don't want countouts or DQ. And I was getting 75% submissions. It was too much. So I went through everyone's AI tendencies and load submission rate. I went into the game sliders and load submissions all the way down to 15, and it was still happening. So, and I only use universe mode, so I'm thinking that the play mode, the regular game settings might not be talking to universe mode. We'll see, because I'm going to try this next, on tomorrow night. I got 6 singles matches, but now I took everyone's overall I know I do 100 overall, but I was thinking, even though you take your AI tendencies down, the overall sliders are still up. So I took power submission, technical submissions all down 50%. So we'll see how it does tomorrow. But I just don't want a lot of submissions. I don't want 75% submissions in my singles matches, you know. So I have a lot of things, a lot of hoops I got to jump through doing a live show. Now, Ben, I love what you do, and I admire it because you pre-produce amazing stuff. But, and I don't. Do you use play mode? You probably use play mode for the matches, not universe mode. And that's I was talking to Sean Shamrock, Monstar, who uses play mode a lot and not universe mode. And I'm thinking we've had problems with universe mode talking to the regular settings, but that might not be it. We'll see, because now I've lowered everyone's submissions to 50%. Hopefully won't get a ton of submissions. But then I felt bad because like SJ Ray was fighting for the Battle Queen title, and she has been tapping people out left and right. That's too much. Like I want most pins, couple submissions here and there. If people are a submission specialist, they have more, so they might have 50% instead of 45 or 40 or 35 now instead of 100. But I had everybody at 100 all, and the reason we did 100 of, I think I've told Ben and other people that I'll use both to, because you can use cutscenes and stuff like that too, highlight reel and everything when you're pre-producing. I think there might be another Ascend show coming out, and if Raven wants me to announce it, I'll definitely do it. I don't know if Travis is ever going to do a Cutthroat again, but that's where I love doing those, because those are the super produced, you know, behind the scenes put together, and I just do the commentary. I love doing those. Do a mix of play mode and universe. See, that's the thing. I used to do that. Now I'm strictly universe mode. Couple reasons. 9 matches keep me right about that 2 hour. Grab cutscenes from creative video too. Yeah. There's I mean, when you guys do the pre-produced shows, there's a million ways to do it, and I love them. So I'm glad a lot of people do those. I want to do it live. Me doing that though, I got more hoops to jump through. You know, we had the match that was no exit with managers, and they came in the ring. They were just standing there, which I can make fun. I can have fun with just about anything. That sun's right in my eyes. But at the same time, I want to give you guys the best product I can give. I felt bad that SJ Ray. Now, I made the announcement of what the rules were and everything, so there's no excuse, and she turned it into a fabulous promo about it. I mean, she won the gift of gab for a reason. But I want to try to be as fair as possible, too, across the boards. We went 100 overall because people were cheating. People were lowering other people's stats and making them win. This is in live shows, not pre-recorded ones where you can control who wins. We had problems with that. I know some people, you know, you got to be a 95, so everything's 100, and they just lower finisher and submission, or the last 2 down to 0. I mean, I'm not stupid. Gamers always try to find shortcuts, cheat codes. I know that. That's the way gaming's been forever. I'm trying to avoid that best I can, because what I want is a level playing field where everyone submits their call, and we compete in as close as an even playing field for everybody as I can make it. So that was 100 overall. Then when they added the AI attributes, I forget who it was. Might have been Kenny Baum, might have been somebody else. They did a video which they basically said, and they said they tested it thoroughly. The big content creators for 2K20 WWE 2K, and he said, since we have AI tendencies now and we have overall, if the overalls are all at 100, it automatically reverts to the AI tendencies to tell your wrestler how he's going to fight, because everything. But that's kind of true to an extent. And now I found out, it's not as much as I thought it was, because even though I had everybody's submissions and their AI attributes down, and the overall game settings for submissions all the way down to 15, I was still getting 75% submissions in singles matches. So now everyone is 50% power and technical submissions. We're going to test that out tomorrow. As long as 3 or less are submissions, it's working. We'll see. It's trial and error. We need story designer, man. Late birthday present. No, cowboy, you can keep that. You want Legion of Dork to come back. Now, see, I always like to have something else other than the wrestling. So if I'm not doing football, or as much, I'm not doing every week 1 o'clock. My health does not permit me to do 1 o'clock every week safely. Like the first hour would be a mess. And I don't want to have to leave, and you don't want to hear all that stuff. So I might do 4 o'clock games, 3 or 4 of them when there's a bunch, because I like the multiple game idea. That's why I love Red Zone. I love calling football too. But I really want to concentrate on LTD. I got big plans for September and October again. We're going to have a lot of fun. But this channel has become more than just that. So Legion of Dork was always retro games and video games, TV shows, cartoons. On the stream the other day, we were talking about your favorite cereals and your favorite cartoons. Like, I can easily do another Legion of Dork on cereal. I can either do... I'm not doing Steeler games. I'm in a zone during a Steeler game, screaming at my TV. Natural stats, secret for 2 years because of those lower. Yeah. Odd, you know I'm about. People will try to cheat the system. That's why I go through people's move sets. I look at the stats, because a lot of people, what they call spamming finishers in the move set. Like, who has 15 different people's finishers? Like, you got everybody in WWE's finishers in your move set. Come on. So I want as much realism as I can give people. And yeah, I did that too, Odds. Not too long, a couple years ago, I started talking more about the sliders, doing the podcast to talk about different stuff. Rules that yeah, that's why you're great at what you do, Ben, because you do the necessary stuff to put rules up, check the stats. Like, every time I download somebody, no matter who they are, I have to go through everything. I mean, there's people that don't do their personality traits, and that helps out a lot. Like this year, discipline keeps people in the ring. The other one that makes, discipline makes tag team, one or the other, I forget. So there's personality traits that make them do certain things. Like, the one personality trait keeps them in the ring more. I think that's discipline. And then there's the other one that makes them work better with their tag partners. That's what we want. Just got to use it. And this is finding the right formula. And I just want it to be as fair as I can for you guys. And I felt bad on Saturday that I had to do pin-only matches because of all the submissions, but hopefully this works it out. But Legion of Dork, I can always bring that back. It was fun to have Super Nacho, but he's also given me the blessing to keep doing it if I want to. And doing retro whatever. Retro video games. Retro cartoons, TV. Bunch of stuff like that. So maybe we'll bring that back. I don't know if I did cereal. We talked about cereal on the stream the other day. But the garden streams are going to end soon because gardening will be over. So Legion of Dork might come back. Maybe something else. I like to have a side hustle along with the gardening. I mean, with the LTD. Oh, we're going to burn stuff. But with this garden, the 2 raised beds now definitely helping. We're gonna fill both next year with fewer plants. Actually, probably the same amount of plants that are in that one, but in 2, so they have more room to grow. Plus, I know ways to take a tomato plant, pull off one of those suckers from the side, put it in some water, let a root grow, and then replant it. So you can do that. Hooper! What's up, Hooper? Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, here's the other thing for I showed this earlier. For those that don't know what lantern flies are. I have a bunch caught in here. It's dead ones, but there's a lantern fly. That's a lantern fly. It's the bottom of one. He's trying to get out. He's trapped. He's done. You're going to die. Sorry, buddy. I don't hate to kill anything, but you guys are eating my grapevine. I don't like it. And they destroy vegetation. Now, I can't stop them completely because I live by the woods. So they're back there, man. I get cicadas. There's tons of those back there. You hear them? They're already making noise. The bushes are blooming over there. How about it? I like when your bushes bloom. Got all those flowers. But I had a bunch of tomatoes this year. The cabbage didn't grow. Cabbage didn't work. The kohlrabi didn't grow. I did add a second bed here so we can plant more stuff next year. The marigolds in the back started late, but they did pretty well. Over here, berry bush dead. Look at that, right in the middle. That's where I got all my blackberries from this year. Handfuls of them. Blueberry bush, 0 blueberries this year. Yeah, Hooper, I just made the announcement. I'm not doing red zone this year, bro. I might do some 4 o'clock red zones, but unfortunately, because of some health issues, the 1 o'clock red zone, I won't be able to do. Who knows? That may change, but I am hyped for football season, obviously. I have a fantasy football draft coming up next Sunday, and the draft room is... Oh, there's Parker. Hi, Parker. Parker. Hi, Blaise. There's Blaise the cat. He just turned 14. Parker. There goes Parker. Where you going? Yeah, check out the draft room ready to go. We got 8 people in the draft. It's almost 30 years. Oh, Blaise, he's sneezing. He's got a disease. He sneezes all the time. A respiratory disease. It only sucks because when he sneezes, he's eating snot. But getting ready for the draft. Got everything ready here. The board will go up over here. Got all the old, this is what I like. All the old draft boards are right up here. Look at this. Oh boy. From all kinds of years. Some of my collages that I made from Sports Illustrated magazines, this NFL one. Someday I'll auction these off, sell them off. Stellars. Bunch of CD covers. Oh, one fell. This is one of my favorite little projects, is taking CD covers. Here's my hip hop one, some of my favorites. Here's my rock and roll one, some of my favorites. Good ones. Dark Side of the Moon, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Sublime, Green Day, Pearl Jam, Van Halen, The Doors, Pantera, Alice in Chains, Chili Peppers. Sergeant Peppers, all the Peppers. Oh no, the police are here. Let's get out of here. I went to see the concert. It was fun. This is our trophy for well, I need to update the date on it. But yeah, fantasy drafts getting ready to rock and roll. Got some frisbee golf we can play. See my big super soaker? That was to shoot the bird. They said get Tabasco sauce and put it in a super soaker, and you can shoot the mockingbird, that catbird that was out here. So I might do one more garden stream. I'm not sure. It'll probably be when I'm ripping everything down, to be honest. But the changes over here are 2 more whiskey barrels, so more herbs next year. We got mint. We put the rhubarb there, and these new vines that are working out pretty good. So we'll have more area over here for herbs next year. There's a bee about to get a drink. Can you watch a bee get a drink? Nature. Ooh, don't come after me, bitch. But yeah, success and failure. That's what the garden's about. You got some success, you got a lot of failures. It's all about learning. It's a process. And you got to have fun with it as much as you can. I really like having that bench in there, to be honest. What I was gonna do is garden bed, garden bed, and then one more garden bed here, because it's about the perfect size for a third one. I don't really need a third one. And as I get older, I'll probably need to sit down and chill more. Yeah, this is my place to chill. I got to do something with this area here. I don't know if I will add more rocks to it because the ground, I can't grow much in the ground. The ground doesn't grow very well here. You can see how dried out the dirt gets compared to like this and this. And this has a bunch of compost and manure under there, sticks, everything to break down and make it grow better. So hopefully it does a little better next time. We'll see. Artificial turf doing good. It's kind of overlapping. It's nice and chill out here right now. But that is the garden. The landscaping is what I like the most, pretty much. It's just the rocks and the pathways. And I have a friend whose backyard is just amazing for that as my inspiration. But that could be the final garden stream. I'm not sure. I'm glad everybody could stop by. It was fun. We're at 222 views. That's insane. Just because I know people scrolling, I scroll, I view a bunch of stuff. And you're getting 1 second views from people who aren't watchers. I planted corn. It didn't work. I have friends that grow corn that had a really bad year. Here, let's look what's in this. Zero sugar, Canada Dry, fruit splash, ginger ale. Very good. Ugh. But let's see what's in it. Zero fat, 100 milligrams of sodium, 1 gram of carbs, 0 sugars, 0 grams of added sugars, 30 milligrams potassium. Contains phenylalanine. Huh? Carbonated water, less than 2% of ginger extract. That's always good for ginger ale. Cherry and lime juice concentrates, natural flavor, citric acid, sodium citrate, sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, preservatives. Aspartame. That's what Joey was talking about. Stuff's not good for you. Any kind of soda, man. I don't know. So it's like, I want to do whatever I can to live longer is the basis of what we're talking about today. And if you have to stop eating and drinking some of the things you love to live longer, would you do it? If I asked what's your favorite drink, and then I said, if I told you could live 5 years longer if you stopped drinking that, would you stop? Some people probably don't care. I don't know. I'm at a point where I know if I get healthier and eat healthier, that I'll live longer. I mean, I have enough medical issues already that I don't want to add anymore. I got enough acronyms assigned to my portfolio. Purified water. I drink spring water. I like spring water, which is tougher to find now. So if I can find at some of the grocery stores whatever natural spring water, I'll buy a shitload of it. And actually, I need to stock up on that. I need to go one day and just buy like 10 cases of natural spring water and keep it in my basement. A lot of people do. Preppers and stuff. People are ready for, well, a couple months we'll have some aliens crossing by our galaxy, if you guys believe in that. Whether it's a comet, a rock, or there's actual alien life forms on that, we'll find out at the end of November. Maybe sooner. I think it's going faster than I expected. Atlas, I think it's called. What's up, James? Money, money, money. So the aliens are on their way. Spring water makes me go boing, boing, boing. That's a good thing. Yeah, there is Royal King around here. But is it spring water? Kind of, there's the distilled water, purified water. I mean, from what I read, tap water is not even good for you anymore. Because they put like chlorine and shit in it. I don't know. I know you can buy those filters for your sink that's supposed to filter out some of the shit, but regular tap water ain't even that good anymore. That's insane. So I guess find ways to be healthy. Look at labels. Like Joey brought it up. I didn't realize that even this had that shit. It makes me second guess. I mean, I buy a couple cases of Sprite or ginger ale. I buy a couple things of Gatorade, which I now want to do the zero sugar Gatorade instead of the regular Gatorade, because I have a hydration problem. So I need to stay hydrated. I need to over drink. Even when I'm not thirsty, I need to hydrate. Tap water filtered by Brita. Yeah, I used to have a Brita filter. I mean, do you have one that attaches to the faucet, or one you got to put in the like? I have the jug Brita. It's too much work. If it's too much work, I ain't gonna do it. I have the hydration bottle, which is hydrogen. The hydrogen water bottle, which blasts hydrogen into it, and that's supposed to help. Yeah, hydration's a bitch, man. I've had that for like 5 years now, where I get real dehydrated. So bad sometimes that it like feels like you got to go to the bathroom, but you don't. The jug Brita. I know they make certain ones you could put on your faucets too. But I've tried, as I was telling my mom, I'm tired more than I should be. I don't know if it's the high blood pressure medicine or not, but I'm eating, you eat more fruit, eat vegetables, eat healthy. I mean, every once in a while splurge. I still eat pizza. Just so she has the water. Yeah, a lot of people they stock up on a lot of stuff and canned food and stuff like that just in case. Yeah, I had severe dehydration right before COVID 3 times. I was in the hospital. They had to IV me they said, everything's fine. I was like, it feels really bad. But like to come outside and walk around, even when it's not hot, and be covered in sweat and just dehydrate, it's crazy. So you gotta take care of yourself, that's all. It's too easy to just, like, I didn't realize how bad Doritos are. Yeah, we all have problems. I mean, like I said, during the wrestling shows and stuff, I don't like to talk about it, but these little chill streams, we discuss the personal stuff a little more. I'm gonna hang it up for here and check out for tonight. I gotta go do all the women. All the female calls, I got to lower their submissions tonight. I did all the male. I mean, I have 98 total calls. 95 on the roster. Actually, 99, I think. Is it 99? I have 95 on the roster, and then there's Riley the ref, Blaise, Shmoo, Sunshine, and that REX guy. Patty wants to be done first if I'm going to do all the ladies. Actually, it's alphabetical order, Patty, so you're going to be one of the last ones. You get sloppy 13ths. So I'll go through all the ladies, lower those. Then we got 6 matches tomorrow. We'll test out and see if submissions are fixed that way. I think they will be, hopefully. And then I won't have to do that pin-only match anymore. Unless someone really wants a pin-only match. But I want to thank you guys. I say it all the time, how great our community is, and I really mean it. Tomorrow, around this same time, I'll be live, actually. I already had dinner. I had a salad. And 2 pepperoni rolls. And the sauce that I had left over from spaghetti yesterday, I dipped the pepperoni rolls in them. I had BLTs for lunch. I had an apple for breakfast. I forget, I started eating more eggs. I don't buy as many. I know they're expensive and all that. But here in Pennsylvania, we call them dippy eggs. Or they're not over easy. You just fry an egg and then dip it in a yolk, your bread. Scrambled eggs, too. So I'm trying to eat healthy. You got to get your protein. You got to get your fiber, stuff like that in your body. But everybody's different, so different things work for different people. I totally understand. Look at our community. We are very diverse. We have black, white, yellow, brown, orange, pink, red, purple people, eaters. We got Israel, UK, New Zealand, Canada, the United States. We got Australia. We got a little bit of everything. I love it. But I will have some kind of secondary show. We are going to do a Get Blaze this Saturday. I'm not going to plan a lot, so hopefully it'll be an hour or less right into the show. I say that all the time and have a 3-hour talk show. This time I'm not adding shit. We're just going to go in, talk about the show, and go live. So it will be a legit pre-show because there's 8 championships on the line and 2 rumbles for triple threat briefcases. So a lot of people have 2, 3, 4 matches too. Brooklyn Joker, I think, has 4. Um, yeah, you guys are awesome. Definitely much easier to do the stream in the evening. So we'll see how it goes. It's been a blast. You guys killed it on Saturday. I think Saturday was over 400 views. 416 views on Saturday. That's insane. 44 likes. There was 50 people there, so I don't know what those other 6 people were doing with their thumbs. I forget to hit the thumbs up sometimes on you guys too. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm watching 4 or 5 people. The community's big. I'm watching your streams. Even if I'm not in the chat, I'm watching. Much that I can. Support as many people as I can. Everyone does. I mean, Joey does the backyard baseball stuff. Some of you guys do wrestling. A lot of you guys do gaming, which I love because I'm not a gamer, but I'm fascinated with the art form of people gaming. So I love watching people play different games, GTA and Fortnite and all that stuff, Roblox, all that. I was hanging out with Cowboy John watching him play Roblox the other day. He was just sitting there talking, but it's a fun game. The rocket blasting off is pretty damn cool though. So I support all the gamers I can. I'm here to help if anyone ever needs anything. I've learned a lot about YouTube, setting up a channel, making a channel visible for your fans, drawing in fans, finding other fans, finding more viewers. So if I could do anything for you guys and you ever need help with your YouTube channels, that's what I want to do. I'm not charging people for it. I just want to help people. I do logos and stuff for people. I don't charge. I don't get commission for stuff. I could, but I mean, as long as I don't have to, I'm just going to do that stuff for free and get my artwork out there, get my designs out there, get my ideas out there. And you guys are more than welcome to steal whatever ideas I do. You know, the card games, the roulette, the dad jokes, and any of that shit, man. I don't care. A lot of people out there already do use similar titles to mine or ways. I love it. It's flattering to me that you like my product so much you want to do things like it. It's cool. And you know, the longer you stay on these vertical streams can get new audience too, but sometimes they're the audience you don't really need or want. Like, I don't need kids on the stream or a bunch of people, you know, that don't speak the language or are never going to get it to come on to play. I mean, it's an interactive game that we do. And there's a handful of people. I wrote down 10 names. Out of the 90 people, there's 10 people that I probably won't use next week. And it's not because I don't like them. They just haven't been around. And that's for whatever reason. Maybe they're busy getting their kids back to school. Maybe they got health problems. Maybe they're streamers. Like, I got probably 30 people that are consistently streaming all the time. So how can I hold, you know, people still check out replays and leave comments. We get tons of comments, man. The channel is as successful as it's been in a long time, consistently, every show. And I love it. And I know I'm doing something right if you guys keep coming back. I hope you enjoy the product. I hope you tell other people, hey, go check him out. You're going to have fun. Forget about your bullshit life and come have fun, you know, listen to this moron, this idiot, be wacky and silly and funny and fun. I don't know. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I really do. All the birthday wishes, to have a couple hundred people wish you happy birthday. Think about it. And I thought about the other day, 52nd birthday, the most people I've ever had wish me a happy birthday in 1 year. Now, every year that I've been on Facebook, you get about 100 because I have, you know, 1,000 or so friends on Facebook. But this year to have over 250 some people on all the platforms say happy birthday. When you were younger, before the internet, we just had birthday parties. So you had your family and a couple of your friends wish you happy birthday. People didn't call everybody, hey, happy birthday, happy birthday. You didn't know when everybody's birthday is a reminder to call them and shit. But to have that many people wish me happy birthday and to feel made me feel really loved and really special, and I thank you guys for that. Everybody, friends, family, you guys are all family, and we're gonna keep doing it as long as we can. So that's gonna be it for today. It might be the last garden stream. I might do one more. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I don't even know how many thumbs up we have. 10 likes. That's the thing, you can't really judge the vertical lives. 13 likes. And I mean, I talk about them sometimes because that helps the channel. As long as you guys are there having fun, man. 4 likes, 10 likes, 30 likes, 40 likes, 6 likes. Don't really matter as much as the content. If you enjoyed it, if people were having fun during the live stream, whether it was football or pick and roll podcast, which is on this channel as well. If you like professional basketball, all that good stuff. So I love you guys. You guys are awesome. This is so much fun. I never thought. Actually, I'll be honest. When I was a kid, I dreamed about it. I think a lot of kids did. Having your own TV show named after you. I think I thought about reality TV before reality TV was a big thing. I'm sure a lot of people did. But like pretending when you're a teenager that there's a camera following you around, filming your life. Look what we're doing. I know it's a gaming mostly it's more of an adventure, role-playing game when it comes to the wrestling, because if you're involved more, you get more push. The game decides the winners, but just like the Gift of Gab promo boost tournament, I had over 100 promos you guys put out. That's crazy. I think it was 16 people, 100 promos. More than 100 actually. But I'm going to keep trying to innovate. I'm going to keep trying to find new stuff. We've had zombies, almost apocalypses, fire. We've had planets blown up, continents destroyed, disease. We've had possession, aliens. I try to make it creative. I want to be a little wacky and wild. I mean, you play Dungeons and Dragons and it's just basic. Oh, you walked over here and you killed this person and you win. You found the princess. That's no fun. You gotta make it challenging. I continue to try to challenge myself. And you know what makes me want to step up my game? Watching what you guys do. So I love what everybody does, and it always adds fuel to my fire. When I watch Totes, when I watch Monstar, when I watch GPW, or any of your streams, when I watch Cassie's late night streams, it makes me want to do more of those type of games and just interactive stuff. I want you guys to come in to the channel and feel welcome, number one, have fun, be entertained, and hopefully laugh and forget about whatever's going on with your life. So if that's what you're looking for, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for being a part of this garden stream. And tomorrow around the same time, I'll be back with more digital wrestling. And I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve for some other type of streams down the pike. Ooh. I guess I'm just waking up, or maybe I'm tired. I don't know. I told you I got fatigue. I think it might be this blood pressure medicine. I don't know. I see my doctor in a couple of weeks. We'll figure it out. So you got to say hi to my cats. They were on the stream the other day. We did that was a fun podcast. Like, it did end up being 4 hours because we talked. As more people come in, I showed the little pictures of me with hair, as a baby, with my grandparents who have passed away. They're always up there watching. I think they're blessing me right now. And I hope you guys are blessed too. Have a great day. Don't forget, stay healthy, read labels, make sure you know what you're putting in your body, be positive, try not to dwell on the bad stuff. And no matter what's going on with you, whether you're hurting, sad, angry, it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. Keep telling yourself that. Stay positive, people, and I'll see you in the streams. Take care. Love you.